Hey guys, welcome back to another Daily Hope Devo. Today we're in Ezekiel chapter 16. Have you ever done something really bad, but you didn't realize that it was bad until much later? And when you finally came to terms with it, you just kind of felt horrible, you felt awful about it. Well, that's what's being set up here in Ezekiel chapter 16. God is not happy with the nation of Israel. He compares them to a prostitute and uses some pretty strong language throughout this chapter. He says, I found you, I clothed you, I made you my bride, I gave you riches, I made you beautiful, and you have strong language. So if you're a kid, earmuffs, but he said, you hoard yourself out to these other nations. You have given yourself away. He goes so far as to say you're even worse than a prostitute because at least they charge for their services. You don't even charge. In fact, you pay people. Really strong, harsh language. He's not happy. Israel's committing some pretty gnarly, lewd, heinous acts where even the surrounding pagan nations are looking on and saying, that's bad. And God is fed up. He's had enough. He's like, this is enough. And pronounces their destruction. He says, a time's going to come when you're going to be exposed, you're going to be naked, you're going to be ashamed. Nations are going to look on, they're going to mock you. Really gnarly. But despite all that, what I love about this passage, and this is the takeaway for today, verse 60 says this, yet I will remember the covenant I made with you when you were young, and I will establish an everlasting covenant with you. Despite how evil and wicked Israel is in this current moment, God says, I'm going to rebuke you, but then I'm going to bring you back to myself. Once you realize what you've done, I am going to hold you again as my bride, as my wife, because I have made an everlasting covenant with you. God is so faithful. Despite how messed up and broken and jacked up we are, despite the waywardness of our hearts, intentional or non, God is so faithful. Reminds me of the verse in 2 Timothy 2:13, where it says, even if we are faithless, God is still faithful because he cannot deny himself. Man, I'm resting in that today, and I hope and pray that you guys are as well. God is so faithful. Even if we, go way off the deep end, God's got you. He loves you and he's faithful. And he will always bring his people back to himself. He pursues, he chases, and he's so faithful. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.